And she's gone. And there goes the phone. Weirdos. Gross. She got me all slobbery. That sun is bright. The sun is over the top. It is bright. Oh. Terrific. I'm watching a little Wyver in his ship spotting channel. It's very relaxing. I don't know why. I love it. Like, I would love to do this myself, but something like this for streaming. But we're not going to do that. We're not anywhere to do that. Like, I wanted to do this when I was spending a lot of time in Seattle. I thought that would be a lot of fun. Fun to do. Because you could sit in, like, the... What is it called? The... Sculpture Park or something like that. You could just sit there and do that. Just keeping an eye on my doggo. Seeing what she's doing. She's getting excited because she wants to go for a run. Oh, I suppose I should just get up. Start getting changed and go do this thing. I'm thinking we might yawn, I guess. That was more just from the sun shining in my face than anything. Triggering a yawn. I think we might just stay here another day. But we're still going to get a nice run in. I think we're going to try and run to the top of the plateau over on the other side. So we're talking probably 10 miles today, this morning. It's very dusty, so my nose, I've been sneezing a lot this morning. It is super dusty. Let's see if I could change the camera. I mean, you're going to be staring straight into the camera, so it'll be dark or be bright. But the sunrise this morning, my goodness, it was freaking absolutely gorgeous. But you can see how dusty it is out there. Oh, let me change cameras. We'll start getting ready, I guess. I'm gonna turn my inverter off. I did not charge a lot yesterday, which was weird. I don't know why. I'm charging right now. I'm going to turn this off. Let it rest for a little bit. I need to get a new MiFi because it is old. I mean, it still works, but the battery is actually starting to swell, which is not a good thing. I guess pushing the back thing off on it. Just put that right there. Oh, I do not want to get up. I'm back. Like last night, sleeping last night, I had like a little freaking, I don't know what you would call it. Not really like a knot in my back, but it like felt like somebody was poking me in the back, and it was kind of hard to, like uncomfortable. It's hard to get comfortable. And then I was able to keep my back door open all last night, which was nice. So it was nice and cool. I actually slept pretty good. And then again, like 4:30 in the morning, some D-bag goes driving right past me up. Like, I say D-bag, but I mean, he was obviously a hunter. But It's like 4:30 in the morning. Where are you going? 4:30 in the morning. And again, I go back to the fact that I have not heard or seen any deer here. And I've been coming here for 4 years. Never seen any deer over in this area. And then at, would have been about 5:45-ish, another guy started, I saw the headlights coming up the road, and he must have then saw me and decided, oh, I'm not going to go up there. Because he never did go by, but he was definitely here, or he was coming up the road, that's for sure. Oh, I guess he parked down there further, and then, because I didn't see him like turn around or anything, so I'm guessing he probably turned or was down there. I don't know what shirt to wear, because I don't want to wear that one. I guess I could, though. It's just not as comfortable. It's not a comfy shirt. Oh, yeah, I'm going to wear a different shirt. This one will work. This one, I need to just throw it away, I think. Okay, I'm going to point you guys out that direction so I can change. Don't need to violate the terms of service of Twitch and then get banned on YouTube as well. Oh, my nose. I might have to try to blow my nose again. Wear our stinky shorts. Well, I put that shirt on backwards. That's not going to work. I was like, gosh dang, this shirt. Did it like shrink on me? No, I put it on backwards. I put my shirt on backwards, everybody. Hopefully we can do this before it gets too hot. Although I don't think it's supposed to be that warm today. Oh, here comes the boss. Wondering what's taking me so long. Somehow I tracked in tiny little thing. It's probably her, not me. Thing for, don't stare at me like that. Why does it say weak connection? All of a sudden, I have not moved. I'm sitting in freaking 4 bars of 5G service. Like, what the hell? What is up with that? I need to blow my nose. Try these. Wear our craft shoes today. I need to see if I can find my... I'm gonna need at least a little snack for this run. Ow, that hurt. What the heck was that? I can tell I'm getting old, everybody. Freaking, like was tightening the shoelace, make sure it was nice and tight. My wrist popped and it hurt. Yeah, I'm getting ready. Why are you so impatient? Hey, you. She's looking at me like, who, me? What are you talking about? I'm good. I want to wear the Terex hat today. It's a little bit lighter. I really like my hat, or the Terex hat. It's probably my favorite hat. Between this and my normal hat. The two favorite. My normal one though I have is the black one, not the white one. If I had the white one on the normal, that'd probably be my favorite hat too. Where the heck is the opening? What the heck? Zippin' Pear, Petal Peach, or Boulder Berry. Which one, sweet girl? One of these has, I think, like sweet potato in it, I think. Which one is it? This one does, Petal Peach. That is her favorite. Good morning, Spice Girl. Pear, apple, carrot. Apple, carrot, apple, raspberry, strawberry, blueberry. We'll go with that one too. Okay, we'll grab those two. Those she will enjoy. I mean, she'll enjoy this other one too. It's just not exciting. Pear, apple. You have too many hats right now? I have so many. I finally had, because I couldn't fit them all on my hooks right here. So I put like 6 or 7 of them in my storage shed. And then I have in the bottom of my closet here, I have another 6 that I just kept because when doing the videography thing, when I'm out on a course for a race, depending on who the main sponsor is, they like us to wear their gear. That's why I keep getting all this free gear, because they like us to represent. So that's why I have my Adidas Terex hat from, when was this one from? Adidas Terex would have been, I don't even know what race it was, actually. What race would that have been? I don't know. But I have like an Ultra hat, I have Hoka hat, I have, my normal and my on I just got or my normal I got when I was over in Europe for UTMB. I actually got to meet Killian. He personally gave me that hat. And then, because I went to a film thing in Chamonix. Yeah, but I have like a Hoka hat. I have, what else do I have? I don't even know. Oh, I got my Mammoth Trail Fest hat. I got my Speedland hat, which was my Cocodona hat from Racing Cocodona. And then I have like just, some Montana hats to represent. I have a Montana Trail running hat. I have a Bozeman Running Company hat, that kind of stuff. I gotta fill up the water, sweet girl, so no need getting too excited. I mean, we're gonna go, yeah. I don't know why I have such a goopy nose going on either. Well, I mean, it is dusty, but it shouldn't be that goopy. What? Look at her. She's like, come on, let's go. We're going. Jeez, drink some water before we go. Yeah, drink some water, because you're going to get hot. Okay, that's not what I meant. She thought I meant load up because we're driving somewhere. No, that's not what I was doing. Well, go ahead. Fool. Yeah, you're a fool. Yeah. She's like, I am not, Dad. Don't call me a fool. You are a fool, though. We potentially will go through a lot of water on this run, and by we, I'm her. It was all her. Because she will go beast mode on everything. I just heard a cow. I didn't know the cows were out here. I haven't seen any yet. Good news is she doesn't typically mess with the cows anymore. Now a calf, on the other hand, will probably take off running, and so then she'll be like chasing it or whatever because she thinks it wants to play. But this is where she learned that cows don't necessarily want to play. So, because we were here last winter, and she ran into a mama cow that was protecting her calf. And that's when she decided that, oh, maybe they don't want to play. Is it cold? No, I'm in the shade right now, so it's cool in the shade. It is, I think it's supposed to get up to like 89 degrees. Currently, it's probably 60, 62, maybe. The sun isn't too high yet, so it's not like it hasn't warmed up a whole lot, but it's gonna, I mean, in an hour, it's probably gonna be 80 degrees. Okay, that's ready to go, I think. Let me shut my windows, because I gotta lock it up since I don't know. Like I said, there's two people out here hunting in this area now. One drove by in a truck. There is no way he's not coming back down this way in the vehicle he went up in. Okay. Wow, she went way the F down there. Like, she already took off. Now she's running back, like, where are ya? Do I drink coffee before? Oh, yeah. If I didn't drink coffee, I'd be like, I wouldn't be getting up in the morning. Yeah, now you're like choking because you're freaking on whatever with, I don't even know what freaking fool. She probably sucked in so much dirt. You good? You need a drink? Go get a drink if you need a drink. Her cough has been way better the last couple days, but still in the morning is when it's the worst, or the middle of the night. Like, she'll wake up, but typically during the day she doesn't really cough at all. My tummy is questionable right now because I think I ate too many jalapenos last night. Oh. But yeah, I mean, I've been up for 2 hours now. This is actually a pretty good time for me to get out of here. This It's not typical for me to wake up and then 2 hours later actually hit the trail. As I just locked the door and shut it, and then realized I don't have my sunglasses, and this will suck if I don't have sunglasses. Now I gotta set you guys down because I can't zip my pocket. There we go. Close. I can unzip it. Unzipping is easy. Ooh, these are dirty. Am I gonna be able to see? Oh, and I just broke them as the freaking lens popped out. I mean, they're gooders, so of course the lens just popped right back in again, but I guess should be able to see good enough. Okay, now we'll try. Oh geez, she's getting excited. Oh, my tummy though. I feel like I'm gonna have a bathroom emergency out here in a little bit. She is so excited. Like, she was probably all the way down at the trailhead waiting for us before she realized that we hadn't even left yet. Oh, no. Hopefully it's just gas, because I did poop today, and I'm not normally a multiple poop in a day person, if that makes sense. I'm usually a one and done. Oh. My lips are all a little bit dry and chapped this morning. Gross, yeah. Yes, that is gross. I'm gonna change cameras so you don't have to stare at my ugly face. There we go. There we go. You can see how low the sun is still, but it never really gets high. It's just gonna now stay about that height and then just go across that way, which is why I'm having a hard time charging throughout the day. Like yesterday, I didn't even use anything throughout the whole day and just went off of sun charge, and I only got about 5%. If I have to do anything throughout the day, then I use about 10%. So I would still be losing 5%. Actually, I'd lose another 5%. Oh. Well, I don't see this other guy, so he must have turned around at some point. Or he just parked down here and then left a bit ago. But I would have heard him if he left. Because there definitely was somebody else that was driving up here. Because I could kind of hear him, and then it was still dark enough. I saw their lights coming up this road. And I think they got up there and then saw me parked there. And I was like, oh, I'm going to go bug him or something. Or maybe that's where they wanted to park. Because they probably weren't in a vehicle to drive all the way up to the top. That's why it's surprising to me, like yesterday, the guy in that Toyota that went up there, yeah, it's doable, but it is not a friendly road, and then it's a one way in, one way out pretty much situation. Like, I get it if you're in a side-by-side or an OHV, but it's been like just regular vehicles. Everybody poops, yeah. Hey, anarchy. No idea where my dog's at. She probably went down the trail the other way. She didn't realize that we're going up to the top of the plateau, which means I was gonna wear my new rig that I built, where I would just carry I would actually have my Starlink attached to my back. But I really didn't feel like setting that up today because I remounted my Starlink on my van because I was gonna be driving originally, and I didn't feel like pulling it back off. It'd be nice if I had multiple minis, but I don't do enough right now business-wise to justify it. This is gonna be a real lazy run. Are we gonna run? Yes, but it'll be like I'm not gonna push myself that hard climbing up on the plateau, which is, it's not like super high. We're only talking like maybe, what is it, like 600-700 feet of vert? Somewhere in there? Yeah, she did go off to the right. All right, we're going this way. Where's she at? Oh, she's cutting across. This way. So we have to go over this direction, and then we're gonna come across here, and then we're gonna go up right through there. There's a canyon that goes up. I can see somebody parked up there. There's a hunter for sure. I don't see anybody else. There's probably somebody down in there too. Now, I have seen deer up over there. I've never seen deer over here. Never. So I don't know why there's so many people that are hunting over here. I've been coming here for 4 years. I've spent probably a total of, in that amount of time, probably 3 or 4 months total time here, and running back in here, and I've never seen any deer. How are me and the doggo? Oh, we're doing good. Ah, spider web. Ah, that thing was huge. Oh, that worries me. No, I don't have a spider on me now, do I? Oh, I hate spiders. That was a big spider web too, and there's one bad thing is I don't know what kind of spiders they have out here. Oh man. That stinks. That was like right directly across in this area right here too. Hopefully I don't have a spider on me. That stinks. Trying to see if I can see the spider. That's a thick web, which makes me believe like it would be a huge ass spider. I need to find a stick or something to get rid of this, the rest of this. I mean, I broke the whole thing. It's just floating in space now. How is there no like little broken branches or anything anywhere here for me to use? My dog's gonna come running back, wondering what the hell is going on, which means then she's gonna have to drink more water because she only beast modes it everywhere. How is there's all these mesquite trees around here with little brushes, and there's no broken branches anywhere? Like nowhere. I don't see one anywhere. That's just weird. Oh, maybe I can break this one off. That might work. It actually broke off pretty easy, but it's so like flimsy, it might not. Quick, girl in the cactus. Yeah, I don't think so. Okay, where is this thing? Wow, it is like all over this freaking. That is a thick ass freaking spider web too. When they're that big, that just immediately makes you think they're bigger. That worries me now that there's going to be more of them out here. Oh, I hate spiders. Like, spiders never used to bother me until, like, I would even run through all the time. I was, you know, breaking trail on up in the mountains and on stuff, and you know, I'd run through spider webs, never bothered me until the one day me and my old Vizsla, Nessa, was running on the AT in this new section on the AT, because we're just working our way down the AT every weekend. We do a new little, you know, 5-mile section, because we always had to do out and back, so it ended up being like a 10-mile run. And we one evening went out, and it's weird that my dog didn't even come back. Like, where is she? But one day we went out on an evening run, and I ran through a spider web and didn't think anything of it. Well, when I ran through the spider web, the spider landed right on my hand, and I didn't know it. And we're running, and all of a sudden that thing bit me right on the finger, and I had no idea what kind of spiders were out there. And in the outdoors anyways, I knew they had like hobo spiders and stuff, but not like out in the woods. And that thing hurt so bad. And I didn't get a good look at it, because instantly, you know, after when it bit, it was like, you know, like normal, you just like fling your hand to get whatever was off, you know, or bit you off of it. There she is. She's staring at me. It is already getting hot. That sun. All of a sudden, I can feel that sun. But all of a sudden, my finger, like, it instantly started to, like, have the little ring, and it was swelling, and it was hurting. And so I was, like, worried that it was something super poisonous. So we had to rush back, and like I kept an eye on it and whatever, because we're 2 hours from DC from home. So I drove back, and I'm like, oh great, I'm gonna have to go to the emergency room or whatever. And it never did get like super bad, Like it got to a point within like 20 minutes and then it didn't get any worse. So I just monitored it and I was looking up like spiders in, you know, Virginia or whatever. And it wasn't anything like super poisonous. Poisonous spider, yeah. Well, I just hit the spider web. I didn't actually I don't think I got the spider on me. But yeah, there was like nothing. I kind of could tell, I don't remember what kind of spider it was, but I was kind of able to narrow it down by what I did see of the spider. And there's nothing in the woods, like out in the woods, there's technically a poisonous spider in Virginia. So I was like, well, it's not a poisonous spider, so it should be okay. But ever since then now, I do not like spiders. That was a traumatizing experience for me. Plus, it doesn't help, like when I was a kid, I mean, we lived in this old rickety trailer house because I grew up super poor, which, you know, was not very, what would you call it? Like, in the wintertime, all the critters would come inside, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And so a lot of times in the wintertime, you wake up, there'd be a spider crawling on your face, and it just freaked me out as well. So I think when I got bit by that spider, it just brought back all those memories from when I was a kid. So it's like PTSD. And so now I just hate spiders. They just freak me out. Like one of my buddies had like when I was in college, he had a tarantula. And I'd pick it up and let him crawl on me or whatever. It didn't matter. Yeah, I would never do that now. This trail has gotten so tore up since the last time I've been on it. This is horrible. I'm curious on, I do know that the association that manages this trail, and it is like a national scenic trail, whoever manages this before, because in February there's a big race, a world trail major race that happens on this trail. And so usually like the month before, this whatever association does the trail work is working on it for like a month before that. Curious to see if they're going to be able to fix any of this, because this is probably the worst I've ever seen the conditions on this trail. And a lot of times, like last year, the female that won, set the course record, she was wearing road shoes. She was wearing Alpha Flies, like super shoes on this. Yeah, as rocky as this is, I would not want to wear that. Like last year, running on this trail, yeah, you could get away with it. I would not want to do that this year, unless they do some major improvements on it. Because this used to be, this section from the start to like down by Bumblebee, which is about 7 miles away behind us, was like the smoothest section and also the fastest section of the trail too, because it was more flattish, I guess you could say. I don't know if that makes sense. I mean, it's predominantly it's downhill, but there's a lot of uphill, if that makes sense. Like from the start to Bumblebee, you're probably losing. If you look at the start elevation to where Bumblebee is, it's really like 800 feet of loss, maybe 1,000 feet of loss. But like leaving the start line, you're climbing to about mile 5-ish, and then it's downhill till you get down to the road down here, and then it's uphill again for about 2 miles going up this, and then it's downhill all the way to Bumblebee. So it's like you're going up and down and up and down and up and down, but it was like the smoothest for sure, the less technical part of the trail, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But not so much now. Between, I don't know what it's been on here. If it's I don't think it's the mountain bikes causing all this. I think it's just erosion in general has tore up the trail a bit. No matter, yeah, wear suitable footwear no matter the terrain. That's true. Like this is all like what we call ankle breakers. Like you just, you know, if your ankles don't have good stability or strength in them, you're twisting an ankle. Oh, Murray, not on camera. Weirdo, why are you pooping on camera? You know you're pooping. What the heck? What did you eat? She must have pooped earlier. Now she's just trying to squeeze out the last of the toothpaste bottle or something. Yeah, I'm starting to sweat. It's not going to take as long as I thought with that sun. It should be, well, I mean, we're still like 3 miles from getting in deep into that canyon, but that canyon should be a little bit cooler. And hopefully there's water in this little pond up here that's still flowing so she can get a drink. Oh, we're still pooping? Okay. I guess we're trying to get something out. It's just like little droplets of water. Hopefully she doesn't have like some sort of blockage going on. I don't know what she would have ate though. And also I didn't notice if she had actually taken a good old growler earlier. She's just doing what doggos naturally do, yep. Oh, nothing's coming out though. That's what worries me. It's like little droplets of liquid is all. Maybe she somehow ate one of my jalapenos last night. Because she loves peppers in general, but bell peppers are her jam. Like, I use those for treats because she loves them so much. And for her, a jalapeno is a pepper. Like, same thing, it's just little spicy peppers, though. It's like, why is it spicy? But she'll eat them. Their mouth's like water, and she's like, oh, it's so spicy. It tastes so good. And I do see somebody up there, parked up there, probably hunting. So hopefully they don't shoot us. Last time we came through this way, hopefully she hasn't eaten anything. Well, yeah, I mean, with us hanging out, she loves to chew on like sticks and grass and whatever else. And it's like, I haven't noticed her doing that, but doesn't mean she hasn't, because I'm not constantly just sitting there watching her either, because she's allowed to explore. Because she never really goes that far away. I was like, whatever. Or she could have ate freaking coyote poop or whatever. She's a weirdo. Pretty sure the last time, because people come out here to shoot, even when it's not hunting season, just because it's, you know, public land, you're allowed to shoot out here. Now, most people will shoot just like right up over here, because there's a little spot that's kind of a pseudo shooting range. People have turned into a shooting range, and there's like a backstop and everything behind it. But people will do it over here too, in the little ravine area. And last year, this is probably the last time we came out on this direction on the trail. Somebody was shooting, and they were shooting towards the trail. And so I could hear like freaking ricochets going on over my head. And it's like, dude, I'm guessing the person who was doing it didn't know that there was a freaking trail right there. But you would think you would if you're a local. I think you know that the trail is right there. Man, I'm just freaking. I'm trying to take it easy, and I'm still just dripping sweat right now. We're almost to the road. Oh, geez. Birds everywhere flying up. Now she's gonna go chase them. No, she's going the other way. I think she just heard him and was like, I gotta go chase. I gotta take off and chase something. I just don't know where I'm going. It's a little weird going through here, because usually when I'm in here, these mesquite trees are starting to lose their leaves. They still are full on with it. Like, they don't lose them until around the January time frame. Oh, let's see if we can get the little berries on that. I don't think that's not a mesquite though. I don't know what kind of bush that is. Little berries. Oh, this is a mesquite.
Hopefully she waits for me to cross the road. Because the speed limit's 35 on this road. Now it has been, because of the last few weeks, I'm guessing, because we were here, like a couple weeks ago, and this road wasn't near as rough as it is now. Man, it is like horrible. So, like the other day when I was driving down it, there's no way I was gonna do 35. But even with it being that way, people do like 50, 60 miles an hour down it. No care in the world. Now, if you're doing that fast, and there's a reason why you would do that fast, because it would definitely make it smoother. You're not going to hit each bump as hard. You're just going to basically just float over it, because it's really washable, I guess. So you're just going to float over it, but then that also means if you have to like stop or make a quick, avoid or something, you're going to lose control. Or if you're in like a rear wheel drive vehicle, like a truck or something, that's lighter on the ass end, your ass end is just gonna come right out behind you. Or in front of you, I guess. That's really what would happen. Okay, we just went through, for those of you that are gonna ever run Black Canyon, second aid station would be right here, right behind me actually. Hidden treasure, I think. Mile 12-ish. Oh no, we can go over here. All right, good. Go find some water. There is water in it, I just don't know if it's flowing. There's usually ducks. Oh, it is really low. Usually where she's at right now is, it's still flowing. Yeah, it's still flowing, so we're good. See, right there is where the spring comes out of the ground. So it's still flowing. You good? You good? She's usually like, as far out as she went is usually like up to her armpits, and it was like ankle deep for her. So when I was talking about mosquitoes, it's like, why is there so many mosquitoes? The nearest water thing a long ways away. Yeah, it's 2 miles away. We're just shy of 2 miles right now. It's a little like 1.8 miles. It's like there is no way that mosquito is flying 2 miles to where I'm at. Being like 2 miles away, being like, oh, I smell human flesh. Let's go get it. Oh, I'm having network issues again. I don't know why that's true. So right here is where all the cows would be if there was cows. I'm not seeing any though. I'll plug my phone in. There we go. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's been cows here for a while. This poop there's nothing fresh about any of this poop. They have a bucket over here, so probably with like a salt block or something. I mean, it has been warm, so I guess maybe that poop is from a couple days ago or something, but somebody's been through here. I see footprints. Okay, now starts the uphill journey to the top of the plateau. And now, for whatever reason, it makes zero sense to me, is when we do usually have signal going in and out. I usually have it here though for at least another mile. That's when we start having issues. Oh, now it's coming back. There must be a cow out here somewhere, at least one. I just saw a cow print in the dirt. When I'm in good shape, and this is one of my favorite sections to run because it's a steady uphill, but not too steep. There's a couple sections that get pretty steep, but very runnable, and it's like enough of the, like it's enough where you can feel it, where it almost has that good kind of hurt, like you know you're working hard, but it's not too much. For the most part, it's this, what you see here, like this kind of sandy pea gravel type trail, rocks here or there every now and then, but this is what that other section used to be like too. Oh, they've done some trail work here. Oh. I officially hit the 2-mile mark. I think we're gonna stay here one more day, maybe. I don't know. I really don't want to be here though, because frickin' sandflies are horrendous mid-afternoon to early evening. I don't know, we might just take off. We'll see. Go up to Flagstaff area somewhere. Problem is I think with a lot of hunting activity down here, there it's gonna be even worse because that's where all the elk are. So, part of me that really wants to just go up to the plateau. Like, by the plateau, I mean Kaibab. But that would be, well, 4 hours out of my way, I guess. I was gonna say 2 hours, but 2 hours up, 2 hours back, because I gotta get back down where the freeway is. Also be a lot nicer temps up there too. Well, even in Flagstaff it'll be a good 15 degrees cooler than here, if not more. Which, I'm not complaining, like 90 degrees is tolerable. I really wouldn't complain if I didn't have to worry about them freaking sandflies, which I've never really had an issue with here. I'm gonna message Zach today as well and be like, hey, just confirming that I am still working, and then being like, what's my, and then if he says yes, before I take off that direction, and then if he says yes, I'll be like, okay, what's my travel budget? Because what I don't get reimbursed for, I am writing off, and I need to put that in my stuff. Because I guarantee he's not going to pay for the whole thing. There's no way they have that much money. And why would you? All the other people that are probably working or flying in, it would be at least half the price of what I would have to charge. Oh, wow, I never noticed these before. What kind of plant is that? Huh. Never noticed those. Some over here too. Huh. All over in this little section. When I first looked over, I was like, somebody growing marijuana out here? Then I got a closer look, I was like, oh no, that's not what it is. That would be funny though, but there's no way you could grow that out here. It's too arid. Oh, well, my person that's renting my condo has been out looking at houses. And I'm not gonna lie, there's a part of me that hopes that she buys a house, because then I'm gonna focus on renovating that place and selling it. The problem is I'm gonna be able to get a loan somewhere to freaking renovate it, because I already have a loan, a consolidation loan, I guess you could say, that's outstanding. So what does this say? Give me another loan. Because I don't even know how much I would need to renovate that thing. I'd have to get a quote from a contractor, general contractor, and see what they say. I mean, it's going to take some work. I mean, the big thing is I just want to get the bathroom fixed. The main, and there's definitely gonna need some plumbing stuff done there, and then probably, but most of that is just I don't know what they did with it's metal like studs and stuff, framing in the walls. Yet somehow there's like a huge like curve or something, I don't know what you'd say, in the drywall, especially on the hallway. It's like really bad. So it's like, I get it if it was like wood studs, but how do you get that with metal studs? Metal framing doesn't make any sense to me. And then if I'm able to sell it, then I don't know. My dream is to buy a place down in Central America. But also it would be kind of nice to just buy a little plot of land down here in Arizona somewhere, because Montana's too expensive. Like you're talking a difference of for a similar plot of land, like we'll just say something kind of by Williams, Arizona here, where it's got like ponderosas and what's that other pine, pinyon pine or something, I don't know, whatever. So it's wooded and kind of hilly, flatty, not really mountainous, but I mean, you'd be on the edge of the mountains of like where the San Francisco peaks are, and like you're looking at like 40 acres for $100,000, where Montana, a very similar plot of land like that, is going to cost you at least $500 for, depending on where you're at in the state. But if you're in like some of the nicer areas, you know, closer to Bozeman or closer to, you know, the bigger cities, I guess, you're easily talking $1 million for 40 acres. So it's like how many acres am I considering? Well, I would consider anything. You know, if it's something like where I just want to put like either like a little tiny home or a place to park, even park my van, like anything 5 acres to 100 acres really, or even more, I don't care, but at least 5 acres. I just don't want to, you know, be so close to my neighbors that I can hear them poop at night. But if I was down in like, you know, if I bought something down in Panama, you know, a couple acres would be fine. Even in, is that on the main road? I hear somebody driving. That doesn't sound like the main road though. On one of these old mining roads, but the main road. Oh man, it is getting hot out. We might just have to go up a little ways and then just turn back around. I don't know, in the more wetter season here, actually, when we get into the ravine, there's some spots where it holds on to water so she can get a drink, but I guarantee you there's no water in there right now. Oh man, this uphill is really kicking my ass today. I mean, it's been kicking my ass the last week. 2 weeks. Who am I kidding? I don't have my uphill running legs back yet. And I think most of that is not necessarily my legs. I think it's the extra 30 pounds I have around my waist that I need to get rid of. I should have, if I knew I was going to be here this long, what we should have done is gone up into the Bradshaws, up towards the top. I guarantee it's nice and cool up there. That's where we should have gone. I think we might wait until like Sunday, maybe even. But before we can do that, I have to get my brakes done. So Flagstaff would be the best place to go. I mean, I could drive down into Phoenix and then just come back to here, I guess, but because the one nice thing, I'm going to get more solar charge down here than I am up in Flagstaff because of the trees. And I don't know, even though I said I really wanted to do Mount Humphreys with her, and I do, for whatever reason, the last couple days I have had zero motivation to drive up there to stage ourselves for it. Hi, sweet girl. I caught up to ya. She's like, bullshit. I'm out, bitch. Try and keep up. That's what she says. She's like, I just took pity on you, fool. You didn't catch up to me. I hung out for you to and let you catch up. Felt sorry for your ass. What'd you find? A lizard or something? There's a 3 mile mark. There's a slower mile there. Felt like I've been pushing it pretty good. That's way slower than the previous mile. Ooh, it's nice and cool right here in the shade. That's for sure. But now I have zero line of sight of the cell tower from here. Get up over on top of the ridge over here, and then I get really good cell service again. Oh, these flowers, these like yellow flowers, are very fragrant. It smells pretty nice. It's so green. that uphill section made my heart pound, which is good. I need to do more heart pounding stuff, if you know what I mean. Okay, I should have cell service again. And this is where it starts to get more steep, I'll say. Still not that steep though. And actually, I think I have a little downhill section here. Yeah, I can see the trail way down there. At least putting a trailer home on it, so then you can move if you want to sell in the future. Yeah. Naturally growing. Yeah, they had 3 weeks ago, they had a bunch of rain come through here, and the desert just exploded. Like 2 weeks ago at Javelina, like everybody commented, like all these people commented on these flowers. Here there's a bunch of yellow ones and little white ones and some other flowers that have just ended on these other bushes. These things right here, these used to be purple flowers a couple weeks ago. Now they're, you know, gone to seed or whatever. Gone to seed or whatever. And that happens this time of year, and then usually in the spring, and that's right around when like the prickly pears and the saguaros and all the different kind of cactuses start to bloom and produce fruit as well. It's in that early spring time frame. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it to the top, because I am feeling cooked. Feeling cooked. That's only 1.5 miles. So we have more uphill if we turn around and go back than downhill currently. Yet this, which is uphill, is steeper than the last 2 miles. Is not bad at all. Going back to the van, it's not that steep, except for that last like 1/4 mile on the road. That's pretty steep. That sun is just starting to cook me. I was gonna leave earlier, but to come out here, but that freaking, what do you call it? Den or whatever you call it of coyotes, family of coyotes, was very vocal this morning. So I did not want to be running around with her. I decide that she's an easy meal. Oh, that breeze feels nice. If that breeze keeps up, we might make it to the top. downhill, which means it's going to be uphill going back. Which this section always bothered me because it's like, why are we going downhill just to go right back up the hill again? We have to take all this elevation that we're losing and gain it back plus more. There she is. Like, where'd my dog go? I think she's getting hot too, because I think she was standing in the shade waiting for me. So, we might just go up here, turn around, go to the 4 mile mark maybe. I don't remember what it is at the top. I was guesstimating 5, but for some reason 7 stands in my brain. But 7 might be all the way to the road crossing on top, which is where the first aid station is on the race course. Because we're going backwards up the course right now. And it might be 5 to just the edge of the top. Like when you can say you actually got to the top of the plateau, that's the edge of it right there. But we need to go up this direction into it. And we haven't even made the turn yet to go up that way. And she just cut across the trail. Cheater. She's been here so many times that she knows the trail goes back that direction. Oh, that breeze feels so nice. If that keeps up, we can do this, because that negates how that sun feels. If it's breezy like that down here, the top of the plateau will be really breezy. Geez, that's a steep section right there. Oh. Take a little breather. To build a permanent home? No. The most I would ever do is get one of those little tiny homes that basically like just a small mobile home, I guess you could say, but built way better than a mobile home. I used to watch a lot of Tiny Home Nation too on, what is that, HGTV or one of those home improvement channels. But I mean, if I bought something in Montana, then I would probably put more of a permanent structure, like just a small cabin. otherwise, nah, it'd just be like a little tiny home. Completely off grid. I think I might try and, depending on where I was at, might try and dig a well, but like if I'm gonna be up at, like here in Arizona by like say Williams, I would not have the money to dig a well there because they're digging through rock. It'd be so expensive. Where if I go, and I think a lot of it's like basalt, even like volcanic rock. See, this is what I don't know. Now, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of like cactus fruit and stuff in that poop. I just don't know what kind of animal that is. I'm guessing it's probably maybe javelina? I don't know. Definitely a herbivore of some sort. Yeah, I have no idea. I always thought that was coati scat, but I don't think so. Because, yeah, I have no idea. Some sort of herbivore, though. But then I'm also like, where are they eating that stuff at? Because there hasn't been, I mean, that poop could be so old, but there hasn't been any cactus fruit for a long, long time. If I permanently moved to Arizona, yeah, I'll never put a permanent house in Arizona. Now, if I permanently move to Central America, I'll put something permanent. Morning, Raccoon. I was just thinking about you last night. I was like, okay, I know this guy ran the marathon. I haven't heard from him very much, and then I read an article about how like 2 people died in the marathon that you were at. And I was like, it better not have been him. I go back here and weave around and then go up there and then come back. Whew. 8:13 pace, that's awesome. That's freaking, you freaking killed it. Whew. I am marathon, because it's a 100-mile road race I'm getting trained for. But if I can do the first marathon in an 8:13 pace, I will be lit. I have to average like right around a 9:10 pace for the whole thing. to meet my time goal. But if I'm not gonna throw all my, how would you say it? I'm not gonna burn all my matches to make sure I can beat my time goal. My ultimate goal, main goal, is just to finish. Because I've DNF'd at this race 2 years in a row. I'm finishing this year. I don't care how long it takes me. But if I'm feeling good, I'm definitely going to shoot for my time goal, which is but we'll see. Oh, it's a hill on me. Hoof guys. And you can see way up there is the trail further up. And that's still not the top. Still a long ways to go from there. That breeze feels so nice. I am rather enjoying it. If it wasn't for that breeze, I would have turned around a while ago. I was just starting to feel super hot. Now I'm doing a lot better. I had to guess we have to be getting close to 80 degrees. I don't know, I think we might take off and go further north, because I would much rather get my van ready for the drive back east. Oh. 25 there. Well, you think 80 is nice, but I'd much rather it be 50 or 60. Easy runs this week, maybe the rest ain't doing. Play foam rowing massaging. That's good. You could tell I need a break, yeah. Well, that's good. If you're feeling that good, then you're doing better than most people on their first marathon. Like, I used to always, after I'd say probably my third marathon, it didn't beat me up too bad, but also my first 2 marathons, I didn't even run near as fast as you did. So I was still just getting into doing stuff. But I'd say after like my 3rd marathon, it was kind of one of those feelings where when I got done, I wasn't like completely destroyed. I didn't feel completely destroyed, and even just kind of sitting in the finishers area or whatever, you could just look around at the different people and almost be like, just by looking at them, you could be like, oh, I know that was like your first marathon. There is no question you just ran your first marathon. And then other people, you're like, yeah, you've done a few, you can tell. Slow your car at first, it didn't feel destroyed. That's good, yeah. Yeah, massage guns are nice. I hate foam rolling, but I don't mind my massage gun. Just mainly exhausted, but not near death or anything. Yeah, it's just like that overall body feeling of exhaustion. And that's kind of like how I felt after the 200 I did, which, you know, I joke about when I got to the end, I was like, since I was moving so slow, it was almost like I went into active recovery mode for the last day of that race. So when I got back to the end, my legs felt great. And so then the next week I was like, I started running again. But it was that overall just body exhaustion like you were talking about. It felt too much a lot of times just to walk to the store, walk from the parking lot into a grocery store to get some food or something. Felt like a lot. But my legs didn't feel that bad. It was just exhaustion. Why it says I'm having network issues, because I am eye height with the cell tower. It's right there. I can see it right there. It's not that far away. Till May, the Indy mini marathon race. Well, my next race technically is towards the end of December. I signed up for a little so there's a race series that goes on down here that has like a championship cup and stuff. So I signed up for that, and you have to do at least 3 races to qualify for the championship. And so my first race is towards the end of December. It's a sub ultra. I want to say like right around like 26K or something like that. So what is that, like 16, 17 miles, somewhere in there? And then I have one in, I think, January. I think actually the next 2 I signed up for are in January. And the longest one I'm doing is 40K, so what is that, like 24 miles, just shy of a marathon, 25 miles, I guess, probably. That's the longest one I signed up for. So we'll see. Throwing my hat in there. A little competitive sub ultra trail runs. To me, those are more fun. Like I tell people, yeah, I run 100 milers, but I have more fun doing the shorter stuff. Which the way I run 100 milers and 200 milers, like, those don't necessarily hurt, but a sub ultra, man, those hurt. Why do I like them so much? But we'll see. I have to finish top 10 overall point wise, because you get so many points each race depending on how you place. So if I finish top 10 in the overall standings, then I get to go to the championship race and compete. My main thing is I just want to go head to head with one of my friends named Bryce Brooks, who I've never gone head to head with, and he is a great runner, and I just want to see how I can compete with him. Like he took second in the marathon this last weekend, the Phoenix 10K marathon, if that makes sense to you. Like the race has been, the Phoenix 10K race has been around for like 50 years, and then they added like a 5K and a half marathon distance a few years ago, and then this year was the first year they added the marathon distance. But and then somebody caught him at the very end at the turnaround around mile 19, because I was out there doing videography, and it's an out and back little turnaround. So when he was turned around to come back, he was able to see the guy, and he looked at me and he goes, "Where'd that guy come from?" I was like, "I don't know. You've been out there running." Then the guy finally passed him. I think he said around like mile 21 or so. In his interview afterwards, he said that he was worried that, like, when he passed Bryce, like, he was feeling good, and Bryce looked like he was doing good. So he was worried, like, those last couple miles, he was like, if Bryce, you know, all of a sudden catches another gear, he's like, I got nothing to try and match it. So he was worried Bryce was going to pass him, and there was nothing he was going to be able to do about it. But by then, it was getting pretty warm out there. And I think he was running the 10K, but he was running with his dog. I don't think he was. Yeah, and then what did Bryce end up getting? I think he ended up getting like a 2 hour and 43 minute-ish marathon time. Well, that was 5 miles, so it's definitely not 5 miles to the top. We're still a mile away from there, if not more. And that being said, in my prime, like 6 years ago, I could have been right there on the marathon with him, for sure. But training block is relevant when it comes to like the tempo runs and everything. Mile, I guess. But this little turd. So she just went through here, went through the gate, and I guarantee when we come back, she's probably gonna stop here and be like, "Oh, you need to open the gate for me." No, I don't. I thought about just coming here to the gate and then turning around. But we're so close to the top, or the edge, I guess, of the top. Not really the top, but at the edge. The trail goes up right there, and the top is like right behind this little knob, or at least the edge is. There's a little saddle there. I mean, the trail, threshold VO2 max. I'll be curious to see. Now, most of this I have not been pushing myself on too hard. Oh, we got up here too early. It's in the sun. It's because the sun hasn't moved far enough to the south yet. I bet you once you get around this time of year anyways, around probably 1 o'clock in the afternoon, this is in the shade the whole rest of the day. Well, this part isn't, but that other side over there is. See, now I'm like, well, we're out here. Might as well just go to the tippy top. It's only an extra, like I said, I think it's 7 miles. Well, it would be 7 miles. What am I thinking about? I know for a fact it would be 7 miles because we're on the race course. The first aid station is up there at mile 5. The second aid station is down below mile 7. So actually it'd be more than 7 miles because we're a mile and a half past the next aid station. Oh man, we're at, yeah, it's gonna be 6 miles to right there, so I know it's more than 7. So I don't know. Who knows if we're gonna go all the way to the tippy top? Because the high point truly would be where the road crossing is, where the next aid, or the first aid station is at. That is the tippy top of the whole course. I mean, you get down to the second half of the course, and there is a lot of uphill. It's kind of where everybody like burns himself in the first like 20 miles of this race, because they're like, on paper it is a net downhill course. They don't realize that that back half of the course has like 5,000 feet of vert, because you're climbing up and then going down, and then climbing up and then going down. Both marathon coaching type questions. The way it says it's 5 minutes. Yeah, it is. Until we get all the way to the top up here, I catch another cell tower coming from the other side, but we're gonna turn around and head back down after we get to the top, which is only up here in another little bit. So we're actually not gonna make it to 6 miles. I'll be a little bit shy of that. Unless we actually decide to go all the way. I don't know. I have it in me. It's just... I thought it'd be windier in this ravine. It is not. So I'm starting to get really hot. But once we get on top of this right here, it'll be windy. Like I'm already starting to feel the breeze again. Okay. Oh, if we turned around from right here, we'd have 11 miles. Okay. What do you think, sweet girl? You want to go on over to the road or not? We can do it. You're really hot. You need some water. I think we're gonna turn around because she's starting to get pretty hot. I'm gonna unplug this really quick and then set you guys down. Oh, geez. Hold on, sweet girl. See, I can see the other cell tower now, so I should get signal off to my north. It's probably 3 or 4 miles away, but I can see it. Get you some water, okay? Okay, come over here, son. Be social. Come here. It's half a bottle. It's actually more than half a bottle. Okay. Whew. Yeah, even these are wet, huh? Got another one. I'm just gonna throw that down there. That's it. Drink some more water. Here, drink some more water. No, the water. Drink more water, you fool. You don't need more water? You're wasting like 6 ounces of water here. Come here. Sorry. Hi. Well, I guess we're continuing on. She decided. I know this pain. The reason why I always carry those little Go Squeeze things, because for runs like this, well, for all our runs, but that's my main source for little runs like this, because she gets to share them with me, so we always share our snacks. Where if I'm doing like a long run or, you know, type of thing, then usually I have to have way more calories than this. Because each one of those little Go Squeeze little applesauce things or things, fruit puree things, are only like 60, 70 calories, which is, you know, 2 of those is 1 gel. Really, those gels are between 100 and 110 calories, most of them. You can get some that are more than that, but typically that's right around where they're at. The second one she had though, it is her favorite because its base is sweet potato. She loves that one. She's big on sweet potatoes. When we first came back in here after I worked on Sunday, I really wanted to get the spot that's right here that we've gotten a few times, but somebody was there. This is a nice spot. But essentially go off this road and then over there. So you can jump down here onto the Black Canyon Trail really easy and just run the other direction through that little canyon over there, which is freaking gorgeous, but I have 0 cell service up there. So I would have to use my little Starlink setup that I have now with my other running vest, where I can just mount my Starlink on the back of my running vest, which we still need to try. I don't know how well it'll work. Oh, jeez. See? Black Canyon National Recreation Trail. It's weird, I don't have better signal. I can see the cell tower. What the heck? How much signal do I got? Oh, there. As soon as I go, I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna check what the hell is going on. Then all of a sudden, it's like, bam! Just kidding, we're good, we're good. It's like whenever she's misbehaving in the van while I'm driving, and I'm like, as soon as I reach for the seat belt to hook her up to the seat belt, and she all of a sudden sits down. She's like, no, I'm good, we're good. Or same thing with a bark collar. She'll be like just losing her shit, barking when I'm outside the van. And then I'll be like, I'll go and grab her bark collar, and then she sits there all quiet like, no, we're good. We're good. I don't know who was barking. It must have been that other dog. It must be that other dog. It's not me. I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't hear nothing. Yeah, they know exactly. Oh, almost missed a turn on the trail. I'll be running down the road. You go down that road. There is nobody parked over here anymore. The nice thing about any of the spots up here, because there's really 3 spots. You can park up right here. Right over here is my favorite spot. There's also like 3 spots up there. Now the one that was taken up there on this part, for sure, I don't know why the first part there, like it's a nice spot, but it's right next to the road. So it's like you're gonna just hear the road traffic the whole time. And then if anybody is gonna come in on this road, they're driving right past you. So like, I'd rather be on one of the other spots, but maybe when they came in, there was other people at the other spots. But also, the nice thing about being up here though, I guess is what I started to say, is you always have this breeze. Now, sometimes it blows really, really hard, but there's always at least this much of a breeze, which keeps the bugs down. You don't really have to worry about sand flies or black flies even too much. Oh, now we are full on getting the cell service from over here. There's this tower. Although it is gonna get spotty again because we kind of go down into a little well, it's a draw, little drainage little thing here. Ooh. Yeah, they have been really bad the last couple days. Like, I've been up here forever, and like, you know, for the last 4 years, like I said, I've been spending a lot of time here, and I've never seen the sand flies as bad as they've been the last like month. Because I was here before, you know, here for Javelina, and they were just horrendous. And then last week, they were really bad. See, here's that other guy right here. It's like, I don't know why you would park right there. That's the one that's right next to the road. You know, you do you, buddy. You do you. And then the last couple days, they've been just horrible. Now, yesterday they didn't get really bad until mid-afternoon, because in the morning we had a breeze like this, which kind of kept them down. But well, for most of the day we had a breeze like this, and as soon as that breeze went away, it was like game on, and they're just like, we're attacking you now. Or Nari, they're like buzzing around her ears, making her, you know, making it to where she couldn't sleep. She was just trying to nap. And I mean, I count myself lucky. They don't try to bite me like some of the other people. They just freaking, they've just been attacking them. Be like, there is no way that tiny little car is pulling that trailer. They just have multiple vehicles, but my guess is they probably have a tow bar. Cool. Nighttime, and like after it gets dark, the sand flies pretty much disappear. But then the freaking mosquitoes have been coming out. And again, I go back to, know, where the hell the mosquitoes? Like next to that pond that we were at, which is 2 miles away from where we're at, I could see mosquitoes being around there. And I'm 2 miles away from the nearest water source. Like, why is there so many freaking mosquitoes? And again, the mosquitoes don't really bite me. They just buzz around your ears and bug the hell out of you. It's annoying. I already have tinnitus. There's bugs the hell out of me. I don't need a mosquito in my ear. I mean, that's the thing with the sandflies that is so annoying to me, because they sound like a mosquito on steroids in a lot of ways. And then they are even more annoying because they dive bomb your ear holes and your eyeballs. Okay, what are we gonna get here? 6.5, roughly. Looks like maybe. To the road up here. Little turnaround point. This is gonna be my longest run in a long time. Long time. Probably since before my 200-mile race. I bet you. I don't think I've done this far since then. I think the longest I've done is like 9.5 or so. I don't remember. I did a run with Rachel, but I don't remember how far that was. Up in Vigilante Overlook area, back in the Gates of the Mountains Wilderness. Probably over 10 miles around, but I don't think it was anywhere near 13, which is what today's going to be. I guess we're running a half marathon today. It's all freaking volcanic up here. It's kind of weird. It's like, oh, this little plateau, like all the layers we've got, you know, even in Washington, some of them are kilometers thick, the layers of basalt. And then here it's like, it's mostly sandstone, like sedimentary layers. And then you have like maybe 100-foot thick basalt layer on top. And even that's probably not even accurate. It's probably not even that thick. Like here, it's a mixture, basalt and sandstone still. Now off to the left over here, once you cross the road, it is nothing but basalt. Tinnitus? No, I've had that for 20 years. Damn near. Like at least 18, 19 years. It was from my deployment in Iraq, which was 20 years ago, 2005. So, and then I got diagnosed with it through the VA in like 2006. So. And it's funny because now, like, luckily I was diagnosed with it back then, but now the VA doesn't even recognize it as a disability, and it's like, yeah, you try and sleep at night when it is really bad and all you can hear is the freaking in your ears and you're just going crazy. That's why, like, I have to listen to like either music or have some sort of other white noise playing at night, or else I can't sleep because my tinnitus is so bad. Like, even now, if I focus on it, I can hear it. But, you know, usually, like, if there's, like, my footprints or my footsteps, yeah, I hear my footprints. No, I hear my footsteps and the wind blowing and stuff like that, that it drowns out and I don't hear it. So I'm not, like, focused on it. She wants to continue on, but we're not gonna. Made it to the road. 6.7. Okay, we're turning around. She's looking at me like, bullshit. We're going back. See, this is when we have arguments. She's like, but why can't we just continue on? Because we're gonna go back. We're going back. We can't just run forever. She hates out and back runs. See, she's stopping because she's like, can I convince him to turn around and keep going? She tries to read me, like, how gullible is this guy gonna be? You can see way off in the distance over there, like the Mingus Mountain area. Here comes somebody up the road. Oh, she's ready for another 6.7. She is. She's like, I mean, her distance PR is like, what is it, 30, 31, 32, somewhere around that miles. And even then, after the last one that we did of that, which her furthest run was Kings Peak in Utah, which is the highest point in Utah. The shortest route from the trailhead to there, to the top, is like, I don't know, it's questionable. Depending on all trails versus Onyx versus just talking to, like, looking at people on the web that have done it, you know, in Google or whatever. Like, I think All Trails says it's like 26 point something miles round trip, but like most people, especially even on All Trails, you look at the people that have, like, done reviews or whatever the trail, they're like, my watch said 28 something. Well, and then when we did, so most people, when they do that peak, they're, you know, they're hikers, they're not trail runners. So they hike in to this one area where there's this lake, and that's where everybody camps around. And that's about probably 10 miles in. But then from there to the top of Kings Peak, they only have, like, no, it can't be 10 miles in. I want to say it's like 5 miles from there to the top of Kings Peak. That's what most people do. They do it so they do 3 days. Like, they hike in, stay the night, go knock out Kings Peak, turn that route. Because I wanted to make sure we did at least 28 miles. Well, it ended up being closer to 28, like those other people were saying. But then we did a little extra, so we got close to 30. But as much as she runs around, I guarantee she got at least a couple extra miles. And then we got back and then went and found a place to camp, which was really close to the trailhead. I was actually surprised, probably the best campsite out there. And it was open, so we took it. And she slept like 2 hours maybe, took like a 2-hour nap. And then she got up, she's like, okay, now what are we doing? Like, I'm dying, I don't know about you, but I barely feel like moving. Because that took us a lot longer too, because we got stuck. I could not believe there was that many people climbing that peak, because there was only like, at the most, like 10 cars, 10 vehicles at the trailhead. So it wasn't like super busy. And then on the trail itself, I think we saw maybe like 2 groups of people that were hiking out. We didn't see anybody else. From the main trail, you can't see that big campground, or where a lot of people camp next to the lake, because it's about, I don't know, a third of a mile off the main trail on a little spur trail going to a different peak. And then we did see 3 tents overlooking the little valley area off to the right of the trail. And that was it. Then we get to the freaking top, or well, not even the top, like we get to the top of the pass, and from there you're talking at least another 2 miles, probably more than that. And I looked over at the trail, and you're talking hundreds of people. And so by the time we got over there, it was like trying to weave through all these people. We got slowed down a lot. And so then coming back, because I wanted to make sure we got those extra miles, we took a different route, mainly to avoid all the people. But still, we got to the top there, and there was easily 100 kids, like, you know, ranges from like probably 6-7 years old up to, you know, teenager. I'm like, where the hell did all these kids come from? Like, this is impressive. You know, this is not like All Trails has it listed as a, you know, very hard or strenuous or something, you know, this whole going to the top. I mean, even coming down, like 400 or 500 feet of vertigo. There's nothing but class 2, class 3 scrambling from that point. But, yeah, I couldn't believe there's that many freaking kids. I was talking to, because there was clearly like little group leaders with these kids. And I was talking to one of them, and he's like, yeah, it's all youth groups, like church youth groups that were up there. And they had all camped at that lake. So I was like, oh, okay, that's why. That makes it a little bit better. But then when we're coming down, like when I was at the top, I'm looking around and I'm like, because it took us a little bit longer to get there. So I was like, we need to get off this mountain because these thunderstorms are going to start moving in. And so then we went and did that alternate route, which was longer, where we basically dropped down into the valley on the other side. And then we had to climb back up from that side up over the pass instead of just staying up at that level, which gave us more vert and distance. And we barely made it to the top of that pass, and all of a sudden we're just hearing thunder and lightning and all this, and I'm like, now thinking of all those hundreds of kids that are up on sitting on top of this mountain, and I'm like, who are the group leaders on this thing? Like, you know that the freaking thunderstorms start moving in around noon, 1 o'clock. Like, you guys need to get down from there, because I hadn't run into any of the kids yet coming down, which means they were still up higher on the mountain. And then we got a couple miles, we got off the pass, but we're still, you know, pretty exposed. We hadn't made it to tree line yet, because it's just a slow descent from there in this valley area. So we're still above tree line, and just got hit hard. It was like rain, hail, sleet, everything. Like, we had to huddle underneath a tree for a little bit, and then I could tell she was not happy, so I pulled out my weather shell, threw it on really fast, and took off down the trail while it was still raining and everything. And then we ran into like this huge herd of sheep, like 5,000 head of sheep, and she's never seen a sheep before. By then it had stopped raining and everything, but yeah, I was like, I'm worried for these kids. Like, who are their adults that don't have enough experience to be leading a group like that? Oh, don't mess with thunder and lightning, even at sea level. Yeah, I know. But if you're like way up high, you know, 12, 13, 14,000 feet elevation above tree line, that is a recipe for getting hit by lightning, for one, because this almost happened to me a couple times when just storms came out of nowhere, even as experienced as I am. But also, you're just completely up there exposed to the elements too. You know, whether it's sleet or snow or rain or just wind even. I can tell this is the longest I've run in a long time, because I'm starting to feel it in my legs. I'm gonna be a little stiff tonight, if you know what I mean. Okay, we're just gonna walk this uphill, at least somewhat. I'm gonna run walk this uphill. See, right here, talking about all the deer hunting, right here is where I have seen deer, like tons of deer. Over there where I'm at, I haven't seen a single deer. Wow. Looks like some guy camping out here. That's a hell of a road to get out to where he's at. There's like, it looks like 3 vehicles. And that's a heck of a road to get out there. I know that road. I've driven it. Like, that's like within the limits of my van, but questionable as far as how much of the stuff do I want thrown around in the back of my van. Because it is just super, like, back and forth rocky and all that kind of stuff. Oh man. I think before we drop down, I'm gonna get her another drink. It's like at the same place where we stopped before. Get her a drink before we make the final push down. Actually, I might do it in this tree up here because there's some shade. That might be a good spot to do it. Here comes somebody in. Must be a snowbird. All right, we'll stop right there and get a drink for you, okay? Coming in slowly on the road. That's the main road coming in from the interstate. Looking for a spot. And they're probably gonna take one of these spots up here, I betcha. But who knows? Yeah, this is our last shade, really. Right here. Get you more water, okay? Finish off this bottle. And we still got another bottle for you. Well, we'll have to share it. Yeah. We'll have to share the bottle. There you go. You're dribbling all over the ground there, you fool. I don't have any more snacks in there. Don't keep poking around in there. I don't got no more snacks. No more snacks. Is that all water you're gonna have? Huh? Quit eating grass. You quit eating that grass. You don't want any more water? No. Want some more water? Drink. All right. You drink this water, or it's going on you. If you don't drink it, it's going on you. She's like, well, shit. Can't believe I stopped like that and you only drank like a couple little sips is all. Oh, don't come back here for water. I put it away now. Yeah. Can't believe you wasting water like that. Yeah, I tried to give you some. You didn't want any more. Offered it to you multiple times. Don't be looking back at me with that sass on your face. Don't look at me like that. Don't look at me like that either. Your dog did the exact same thing. Yeah. Well, the funny thing is she loves water. Like, she'll jump in the shower with you or the bath or whatever. She loves jumping in ponds and lakes and rivers. Not much of a swimmer yet, but at least she likes like going into it. But then, like last year, it was like super hot out here. She was just roasting. So, and she used to be really good about drinking out of the water bottle. But that day, because she was so hot, I was squirting water on her back. And she does not like that. So now, if she sees me try and give her water out of the water bottle, she runs because she thinks I'm gonna frickin' spray her with the water. And it's like, so now she won't drink out of the water bottle anymore, which sucks because sometimes I don't have her water dish. So I do not want to just pour the rest of the water on her out of the water dish because then she'll run from the water dish now. Like, I don't know what's wrong with her. She's just a goof. It's like, I don't understand how you love to go jumping in the water, yet if I just sprinkle a little bit of water on your back, you lose it. Especially when it clearly, like when I was doing that, it was clearly making her cooler. Like, she felt better afterwards. Whew. I need to plug my phone back in. Nari, we're not going that way. We're going back down. She's looking at me like, who the fuck you think you're talking to? I choose where we go. Tell me where we're going. That's a dead end. It don't go to anywhere. I mean, it does go for a long ways. There's a trail. One of the other Black Canyon trails that doesn't really go anywhere. But there is a marker for it up there a ways. We followed it for a while last year. I'll only drink out of one bowl. Well, when I run with like Rachel, who you guys know as Fearless Lion, and her dog Riley. Like, we both have bowls for our dogs, and she'll put her bowl down for Riley to drink out of and fill it up. I put my bowl down for Nari to drink out of and fill it up, and they each go to the other bowl. Like, I think the other dog's bowl is better than my bowl. Typical, yeah. Now, when I ran Black Canyon Race, you just stop in the middle of the trail, you fool. Way better shape than I am now. Suffering through in that race. The reason why I didn't run Mogollon is because I had nightmares, PTSD from when I ran this race after having food poisoning. Awful. I'm surprised she actually went underneath the gate. Like I said, usually she stops even though she can clearly make it. She'll, I got a hotel room in order to run it because I didn't have my dog. So I did my normal pre-race meal, which was a frozen lean cuisine meal. And so I microwaved it, cooked it just like normal. But for some reason, something had happened that day. And I don't think it was the lean cuisine meal. I think it was probably something from earlier. Some snack or sandwich or something I ate earlier in the day. But it was just literally within like 20 minutes of me eating that lean cuisine meal, I was rushing to the bathroom. And everything was just... Either you're going off in the cliff, or I'm running. This is my favorite section on this trail because it's just this nice, cool looking canyon, especially when it's wet out and there's water down there. entering wet season, monsoon season, like full on into monsoon season. Which is usually right around now, but they've only had like 2 weeks of the season so far. And it looks like that's going to change here this weekend. I don't know if it's going to come this far south, but like Flagstaff's supposed to get hit with tons of wetness. What are you doing down there, you fool? Good luck trying to get back up here. I'm not helping you. She can catch up. She saw me go by. Oh, she made it to the trail again. Oh, jeez. I was damn near just straight up slope. She had to try and climb back up. See, this is starting to get in the shade now. I get that breeze. I'm gonna shut up because there's some nice bird sounds going on. I don't know what kind of bird that is, but pretty song. Yeah, see, now you're panting and you're wishing you could have drank the rest of that water. Well, I'm not stopping now to pull my vest off again to give you a drink. You're just gonna have to wait till we get a little ways further. I didn't have anything deep fried, spicy, or otherwise different, so my stomach would feel weird, yeah. Well, it doesn't even have to be before a race anymore. So if I eat anything deep fried, I just feel like it doesn't really do anything to my stomach, but I just feel, overall, I just feel gross. It's like fast food. I can't eat fast food the same reason. It's like, I just feel, I don't know, like I just feel like, not nauseous, but I just feel sick. Like afterwards, like, I don't know how to explain it. And then if I eat anything deep fried, or even like just super unhealthy of any sort, like high fat, high calorie, like my first run after that, I feel like I have freaking thick gravy, like I'm sweating gravy out my pores, and like my blood is like twice as thick as normal. Why do you keep stopping? She's getting really hot. It is hot out. The breeze isn't really blowing right here, which sucks. That's the only reason why I wasn't getting so hot, because that breeze. And now I'm starting to warm up too. We got a long ways to go. Yeah, we got a long ways to go, sweet girl. We'll stop this little finger, okay? Before we drop down off that finger, which is probably a good half a mile or so. And then she should be good, because then she should be able to make it to the pond. I mean, really, she can make it to the pond anyways. But she's not like Riley, who is all black, gets twice as hot, and plus her, her fur is twice as thick. It's not like this short hair like she had. Like, I don't think on a run like this, I don't think I can carry enough water for Riley. Let's see, that was 9 miles, and we're gonna be at 13, so that's what, 4 more miles? So we got 2 miles to the pond. So realistically, she could probably make it to the pond even. But I'll give her a little water up here. Right there, we're gonna stop and get some water. Oh, the hell, my gimbal just turned off because it's dead. Oh geez, hold on everybody, hold on. We're gonna try and remedy this. See if I can turn it back on now. Not turn back on. That's nice. Okay, well, we will pull this off really fast. Let this charge up a little bit and see if we can get enough charge for it to turn back on. Which means I did not charge my gimbal after our run last night. I thought I did. Guess not. Run. Holding the camera in my hand is hard to do. Yeah, I'm gonna give her a drink. Right here. Yeah, she's hot because she's trying to find what other little shade she can find. Come on, turn on. You should have enough charge now to turn on. Heck. Hey, hold on. I'm gonna turn it this way so I can set you guys down. Are you done? Okay. There. Okay, let me change camera. There we go. We're back. Everybody. I still can't read chat unless I have to like stop, take my sunglasses off, and then block the sun in order to read chat right now because it's so bright out that my screen is dark. I don't even know how much. I did not get a lot of charge on my battery or on my phone, but I should be okay because this gimbal will not take that long to charge enough to be able to unplug it. So then I can definitely, I need to change modes there. So I can definitely plug it back into my phone here shortly. That went down probably, yeah, I'm already flashing green, so that means it's already got probably 20 minutes of charge on it. Because the gimbal actually charges pretty fast. Especially being that I have the battery I'm using and the cord I'm using is 140 watt, 145 watt, I think, charge, which is pretty dang fast. Like even like quick charge for like the iPhone, what do they call it, lightning charge or whatever, is only runs at like, I want to say 80 watts, like 65, 70, 80, somewhere around there. We're almost to the little uphill section, which is gonna suck, but oh well, that's what it is. Whew. Okay, now we got the uphill section. There's no way you could tell me that they couldn't have just cut the trail up that way. It's only like maybe a 3% grade, but after running almost 10 miles now, and as hot as it is, feels like a lot. A little more flat here. Run a little bit. Oh, geez. Let's take small steps, small strides. We can make it. More running like this in this heat, because like I guarantee my races I'm getting to are going to be probably in the 80s when it comes to running and racing. I think that's the last of like the major uphill. I think now it's mostly flat-ish until we get over here a little bit further, and then it's down back to being downhill again. Problem is there's no breeze. It's so freaking hot. I'm creating my own breeze, at least when we go this direction. Running the other direction, I don't create any breeze. So I must have just a little bit of a headwind, half a mile an hour or something. Oh, thank goodness that's the last of it. Now we don't have any more uphill until we get past the pond. And then the last like really mile and a half is all we got. I mean, there's a few rollers between here and the pond, but nothing horrible. Not a freaking half-mile stretch. Yeah, I hear you, sweet girl. Just hanging out in the shade. If I found shade, I'm just gonna hang out here for a little bit. I agree with you. Oh. What she's doing. She's weaving around. Yeah, you're over there running through dead freaking cactus. Of course you're gonna step on shit. You just stayed on the trail. Freaking fool. Oh man, those freaking Bradshaws are just so freaking cool looking. I mean, they're so, like this section over here is wilderness because, I mean, there's just so rugged and stuff in there that you ain't gonna have a road in there anyways. man. My leggies starting to feel the ache because I have not ran this far for a long, long time. Good for him though. It is good for him. Almost 11 miles in. So about like 2.5 miles ago, roughly. Where's the tank at? I don't see the tank. Must be about half a mile from the pond, I would guess. Well, I am digging into her water bottle now, so she will have to deal with the pond, and whatever she gets to the pond be enough to get back, which should more than enough. Should be more than enough, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I mean, if I absolutely had to, I could pull directly out of the spring and use my filter bottle, but I think there's enough left in her bottle to get me back, I would think. I mean, it'll take us probably half an hour from the pond here to get back. Since it'll be uphill, my legs hurt. Well, they don't like hurt, but I mean, how you feel them? They're aching a little bit. And you know, being this uphill, it's gonna be a little bit slower for me. That's for sure. And it's rocky. Oh, she saw a rabbit. That's not good. Well, she's gonna be super hot. It looked like the rabbit took off, so she can't find it. Oh, she's coming. I was gonna stop here and wait for her. Just make sure she saw me, but what'd she do? She was coming up behind me and all of a sudden she's not there. Oh, here she goes. Oh, I can see the tank now. That's good. That's good. So we're getting close. She must have stepped on something while she was chasing that rabbit. Well, there's 11. So really from here we should be just over 2 miles. But it was 1.8 from the tank. We're more than a quarter mile from the tank, or from the pond, I mean. The tank sits right next to the pond. That's why I keep saying tank, because I can see the tank. Oh, this is like hard to run or walk on there. There's a deep V erosion cut there in the trail. At least there's a little bit of a breeze, which helps me. Probably doesn't help her because she's so close to the ground, but at least helps me. She's clearly extra hot now since she decided to chase a rabbit. Her tail's still up though, so she's doing okay still. Because when she starts to not be doing good, whether it's because she's too hot, too tired, too cold, whatever it happens to be, her tail starts to droop. There we go, we're almost to the pond. Whew. I'm spent, everybody. Don't be worried about her. She's gonna be fine. Worry about me. The sun is freaking hot. Those trees right there is where the pond is. It's not too far away. I'm struggling, everybody, because freaking sun is baking my brain. If I had that breeze like we did at the top, I'd be